Hello again YouTube, Gambit here with another device review for you. Today I'm going to be reviewing the vamo. The vamo is a variable voltage / variable power device. Right now I've got it running in power mode. And as you can see, right now it's at 9 watts, 9.5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, maxes out at 15 watts, and then it round robins back to 3 watts. You can go back through the other way. By pressing and holding the minus key, you can display the battery's remaining voltage. I'm actually kind of curious as to what happens if you press and hold it for 10 seconds. Oh, okay. If you press and hold either the plus or the minus key for 10 seconds, it will change it from average voltage to RMS voltage, which, honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I don't have any idea what the difference between the two are. That's still in voltage mode. If you press and hold both the plus and minus keys at the same time for 5 seconds, it'll change over to voltage mode. And like any other variable voltage device on the market, it'll increase in 1/10 of a volt increments. I don't personally. Oh wow, this thing hits like it hits like a freight train. I keep mine in wattage mode just because it's easier, and I usually keep it at between 8 and 9 watts. I've got it at 9 watts right now. If you press the power button 5 times within 2 seconds, it will shut the device off, or conversely, turn it on. You shut it off. If you just turn it off using the button, it will remember your setting. One of the other things that's really neat about this specific device, I'm going to adjust my camera a little bit. There we go. One of the other things that's really interesting and nifty about this device, this is the 18350 that it came with, and you'll notice that I can run it in mini mode, as I like to call it. Or you can take that off and attach the extension. Now you can run 18650s. Nine watts, full mode. Well, I've gone through the technical aspects of it, what the buttons do, what different features it has. I got this right before I went to work, so I haven't really had a whole lot of time to mess with it and tinker and, just basically play around with it. But so far, from what I have seen of it, I really like this device. Presently I'm running a 3.1 ohm single coil cartomizer in a homemade tank made out of a 20 milliliter syringe, as you can see by the nifty little gouge that I put there when I was trying to cut it with my Dremel. Unfortunately, my DCT is out of commission at the moment, so I had to resort to this because I prefer tanks. I don't know if you guys have noticed it or not, but whoops. Now I gotta wait to turn it back on. There it goes. It has a very clicky button, which I really like, and it's soft, so it's not like my my Lambo, where the button is hard to the touch. I mean, you can tell that you're pressing the button every time. Something else that's really weird, and I don't know if this is normal or not, but just pressing the button and releasing, it fires for a second, just from a single button press. Also, it also continues to fire for another half second to a second after the fire button has been released. I don't know if that's normal or not. I just know that my device does that. So, but if I'm not mistaken, I believe this will be the very first review of this device in English. I've seen several German reviews, but I don't speak German, so I didn't understand what was being said. Again, I've already gone over the technical aspects of what the buttons do and everything. So far, after having only vaped on it for a day, so far I really like it. I have yet to try putting anything else on this other than a 3.1 ohm cartomizer. I'll probably tinker around with it a little bit with like my Phoenix rebuildables and, you know, just actually, you know what? Hang on, I'll be right back. Go ahead and grab an atomizer real quick. Now, being that I've got this in power mode, running off of wattage, let's see what the resistance on this is. 1.5 ohm, single coil, atomizer. Debridged, mind you. Let's go ahead and get some juice in here. It's probably going to be rather horrible because this atomizer hasn't been cleaned out in a while. But we'll give it a vape anyway. And at 9 watts, which I'm surprised that at 9 watts, I don't know what voltage it's pushing out, but I don't know what kind of voltage it's pushing out, but it's really good. That's cinnamon strapple. Weird. I thought that was just apple cinnamon. Oh well. Homemade mix. You never know what you're going to get when you mix your own. Especially if you don't label your bottles. But yeah, so, and just so you guys know too, this is not, actually, I take that back, it looks like it is threaded for Ego threaded devices, but I'm not entirely sure, and I don't have anything Ego threaded in here with me at the moment, so I don't really have any way to test that out. But I am going to go ahead and put my tank back on here, because this is what I vape, and this is what I vape on every day, all day. And I love that it doesn't matter what I put on here. When you're running in variable power mode on this, it doesn't matter what you put in this. Like what device you attach to it. Cartomizer, atomizer, it doesn't matter. That's one of the things that I absolutely love about it so far, is that I can put anything on this. If I've got it set at 9 watts, that's what I'm going to get every time, is 9 watts. It's not going to vary at all unless I adjust, and in this case, I'll crank it up to 10 watts real quick. Get my cardo to feed some juice into it. There we go. $10 Vapes like a freight train, man. I swear. This thing is just absolutely phenomenal. Best device that I have ever owned to date. And so far, I really like it. So that's my review. Like, comment, rate, subscribe, whatever. And just be aware that, even though I'm putting a review out for this device, it's just my opinion. It's not the opinion of the manufacturer. It's not anybody else's. It's my personal opinion. And my personal opinion on the Vamo so far, after using it for a day, it's good to go. So, as always, guys, just keep on vaping.